Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Pardon me. The very first channel that we're looking at today is Legal Minded Friends Karen Cole. This is somebody who happens to be an attorney in the UK. Now, there is a big difference between legal advice and legal information, and when you're in the presence of an attorney in any way, they can clearly let you know which you are receiving. But in the case of some of our YouTube friends or Legal Minded Friends Karen Cole, we know that they are building a catalog of legal information for us to enjoy. I believe everybody's going to have to deal with some kind of legal information during their lifetime, almost everyone. And so I'm grateful to have a couple of channels like this in the Tuber Chat family. Now, since Legal Minded Friends Karen Cole came and found us just a few months ago, she has already been out collaborating with other creators. She makes frequent appearances here and is out supporting others regularly and posting frequently, as you can see, at least once a week, sometimes more than that. So I'm just going to grab her latest video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlist can be a great tool for that. We see that she's got some shorts on the channel as well, and some of these are already starting to move at 1,300 and 1,400 views. And then when we get into live streams, we see that she's on frequently there and collaborating with others. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with her. She is officially on the road to 1K, has been for a while. She's getting pretty close with just barely over 30 subscribers left to go. 1,000, of course, is a magical milestone in all of our YouTube journey. So hopefully everybody will connect with her. And yes, I'm always happy to feature a channel at the beginning of Tuber Chat. It's somewhat random. Lately, I've been just picking a member that's been in the chat early. Many of the channels that we feature have been featured before, and in the new year, we might get back to officially featuring channels like we have done so many, literally hundreds of times before. Jonathan Sturgill's on the wheel with Don Yarndall. I've got quite a few names on there already. Rushing When Mounted and Chris's Creation Fun, along with his wife, Canadian Family Life, Growing What I Eat, and My Flock were all early in the door. And then thank you so much, Don Yarndall. I've been catching her often lately. Butler Family Farm, I've caught a few things from them recently as well, including a live stream. A couple of live streams. Susan's birthday was about a week ago. VS Speaks Royally is in the house, one of our longest standing members, as you can see from her badge color there. And then, of course, in the pole position on the Wheel of Doom is Scratchin' PPA. He is one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 6.5 years on YouTube, so I hope you will connect with him. Michael's Adventures is another beloved and dedicated moderator, but he can't be here every day just due to his work schedule, so he always sends his regards. And I know we've got quite a few more channels in the chat. For anybody that's brand new, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. DJ's Family and Friends Travels and More is here in the house. Evan's Family Adventures, it's good to see you as well. Lisa's Fun Finds is here, and Scratch Master, it's good to have you in the house. So our instructions are always in our video description to let you know how to get the most value out of the time you spend here in Tuber Chat. I do appreciate every moment, even if you're just coming by quickly to say hello, give a thumbs up, or run the stream in the background. I know some of our friends like Jaden and Cool Gamer often do that. Conscious Business Services and Opportunities is in the house. That's Charlene Heel, and I'm going to put her on the wheel. Now, members always get added onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, but after a long period of time, usually an hour and a half to 2 hours, I will add some names to our wheel from our chat list, and that's always based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. We expect to be here for about 3 hours. Sweet Thumb, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming back in. Carrie Leonard is also a member. I'm going to put them on the wheel right now. And pardon me while I catch up with the chat here. I need just a quick second. So what we'll do is we'll spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. Hopefully everybody will connect with legal-minded friends Karen Cole. Like I said, she's been making frequent appearances here, but was early in the door today. And Conscious Business Services and Opportunities is Charlene Heel, another friend that we've had for about 3 years here in Tuber Chat. And we'll see what she's got going on in a second. I need just a moment. I'll be right back. I see the mother and daughter duo is in the house as well. I'm going to get them on the wheel in a second here. And I do appreciate everybody coming, especially for the fact that lately we've been doing our live streams as pop-ups without a set schedule of any kind. And most of you know that we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. We've been doing that a long time. I haven't mentioned it yet. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Kid Wonder and Rosie's Gaming and Live Stream. Good to see you in the house. Kid Wonder has been a friend of over 4 years. And we'll talk about his channels. He's got quite a few, as a matter of fact, now. But we'll talk about them when it comes up on the wheel. I've got him on there now. Mrs. High, one of our brand newest members. I'm going to put you onto the wheel. Stace, good to see you in the house. I ran into them just yesterday, the day before. Forgive me for not remembering which day it was. But I'm always happy to see creators supporting each other when I run into them, bouncing in between premieres and live streams. Tales Told in the Dark, good to see you in the house as well. Thanks for coming in. And if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So when we look at Conscious Business Services and Opportunities, this is actually a complementary channel to Charlene Heel, the host that we see here in the very first thumbnail. This creator brings wealth, spirituality, and entrepreneurship with everything from videos to shorts and live streams. When we look at her content, we see that the shorts have already started to get into thousands of views, 3,000, well over 5,000, and then live streams as well are frequent. She's been collaborating with some other creators. Angel Light Over Darkness 33 is there. She's been a dear friend for a long time. 922 subscribers, so she's officially on the road to 1K. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards that milestone. Now, she's got a second channel. We're going to look at it in a quick second here. I'm going to get Controversial Cruising and Follow the Bradley's Fun onto our wheel. Follow the Bradley's Fun has been posting like crazy. I just caught something from them. I think they're doing Vlogmas plus live streams are a part of it, if I'm not mistaken. Pardon me. And they've got a second channel now too. Maritime Dashcam, good to have you back in the house. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. And then, pardon me for that, we're going to look at Charlene Heel's channel, and that's the same host from Conscious Business Services and Opportunities. Charlene Heel is going to bring us wellness coaching, and that's more along the same lines of her second channel. These are kind of complementary, always positive, always motivating, always inspiring. And Charlene Heel as well on this original channel brings us shorts, videos, and live streams, which we'll look at in a second here as well. We get into shorts videos over here. She's already getting a couple thousand views on a couple of these as well. She's monetized over here, so lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And then when we look at live streams, we see that she's on frequently. She's been simulcasting a little bit, and I wonder if that's to pump up the hours on the other channel. But that is a fine thing to do, especially now with StreamYard's new system where people are able to simulcast, and when you have especially StreamYard panels, everybody can run the stream on their own channel and get watch hours for anybody that's in the individual channels, if that makes sense. CNS Travel, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And Grismatically Clever is going to get added to the wheel right now because they happen to be a member. Home Bartending with John is here as well. I've got them on the wheel already. I'll spin. We'll see who's coming up next. And it looks like it's going to be Rushing Wind Mountain. So this channel comes to us from the Pacific Northwest, and they bring us a lot of wildlife and nature videos. If we dig through their content far enough, we will find some humorous moments, and they bring videos and shorts as well. I think live streams are an idea for the future, yes. And then Nez Lover, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. We'll put you on the wheel right now, and we'll talk about Rushing Wind Mountain's content in a quick moment here. Rushing Wind Mountain's been a longtime friend as well. Hopefully you take inspiration from the idea that you'll hear me say again and again, I've lost track of how long some of these friendships have gone on. Rushing Wind Mountain's been with us. It's got to be at least a year and a half. It could be getting close to 2 years now, when we had an influx of homesteading and outdoor type channels. Even though those creators bring us about half or 50% indoor content as well. But I noticed that the homesteading community, which includes a lot of different categories in my opinion, started to come into the Tuber Chat family, and many of them are here with us today and continue. Zed's Place, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in, and hopefully you're feeling welcome also. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Hopefully our robots are on the case today. I'm experimenting with a couple of things now. One of our robots, Bottissimo, is no longer in service, and so we've added another one called Botrix, and that will go along with Nightbot, Streamlabs, and Stream Elements. I think they're all around, so we'll see what happens through the course of the stream. Rushing Wind Mountain is working on 1,400 subscribers. I've just put a notification on for a premiere that they've got coming up. I'm going to take their latest video, put that into my catch-up list. They actually just put that video up not even an hour ago. My catch-up list is lovingly named, but it's just a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Bev Moffitt, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And then when we look at shorts on Rushing Wind Mountain, you're going to get an idea of more of the wildlife and nature videos. They want to give us peaceful and relaxing, somewhat calming types of content. We see a lot here getting into the thousands of views with 5,000 and even 6,000 views and beyond, which is great to see. Let's spin the wheel, and Watch Us Decorate is doing some really impressive work on their channel. I'm going to get them on the wheel in a second because they also happen to be a member, and we're about to look at Follow the Bradleys Fun. And like I said, they've been posting frequently. They've been posting like crazy, actually, and they've got a second channel now, so we'll have a look at that too in a moment. But when we look at Follow the Bradleys Fun, we're going to see, I believe they're participating in Vlogmas, and let's have a look. Yeah, Vlogmas Day 6 here already, so I'm going to take this video, put it in my catch-up list. I didn't mean to download that, but that's okay. Sometimes I click too fast. This channel is going to bring us family vlogs, live streams, essays, Disney, Universal, travel news, and much more. And Follow the Bradleys Fun are actually here with us just about every stream lately. And hopefully everybody will connect with them. We'd love to push them towards the 4,500 subscribers that they're thinking about. Now, you know, I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of, let's say, 3,000 and beyond. But Follow the Bradleys Fun is far beyond that already. And they've got some shorts here, and these are really doing well, getting into 17,000, 23,000, one of them over 177,000 views. And then when we get into live streams, we see that they're going live frequently. So they did do a stream the other day, yep, part of their Vlogmas series, which is really, really cool. So a bit of a mix there. Hopefully everybody will connect with them. And let's look at their second channel. It's called Coach Bradley, is that right? And I'll use my filters to make sure that we get to the right Coach Bradley. But there it is right there. 70 subscribers, well on the road towards the first 100. We know that the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever before, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. First Floor Audio, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I was counting on Streamlabs to show up there with a bit of help, but that hasn't happened yet. So pardon me for a second while I look in the background here for what on earth I did wrong. I forgot to turn on a switch there. One of the things I recommend, by the way, we haven't got into tutorials about the robots yet, like the chatbots here that I keep talking about. And someday I hope to do that. But in the meantime, one recommendation I can give everybody, if you're going to use Nightbot, Streamlabs, StreamElements, Botrix, or anything like that, is to get into the system and turn off all of the features on every page you can find right away. And then as you read and learn what they are and understand them, then turn them on one by one. I think you'll have a lot more success that way than we've seen sometimes with creators where Nightbot, I've been timed out by Nightbot as many times as anybody has, just from bad settings and things like that. Not anybody's fault, but they don't let us know that when we first hook up. Maritime Dashcam, that might be their very first super chat ever, so thank you very much for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. First Floor Audio dropped a super chat right before that. They've done that countless times, and I really do appreciate the extra generous support. And then Orange Cone Vlog is actually dropping a super chat on behalf of a new channel in the chat. I think they've been with us before, and I could be mistaken, but DJ's Family and Friends Travel, DJ's Family and Friends Travels and More is going to be looked at as well. So thank you for that. That's a generous thing to have done. Orange Cone Vlog has done that kind of thing before as well. Growing What I Eat has done this many times also. Thank you everybody for these super chats to get us going today. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. And then there we go. So forgive me, First Floor Audio, I got the Streamlabs thing working right after your super chat. But what that's going to do now is take the place of what we had Bottissimo doing. So when somebody drops a super chat or membership and things like that, it'll drop a link very quickly. So I'm glad to see that that's working. We've had to move some things around. Charlie Grace, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming back in. At It Again Media is with us almost every day lately for the last few streams. So thank you for that. I think they were live today, but I'm not sure if I caught that one. So forgive me for that. I ended up working today, and it turns out, actually, there's more for our moderators than anything else, but my work schedule has taken a big turn, so it looks like we're going to be working for the rest of the season. So right up until Christmas, and I'm not sure about January right now, so I'm going to struggle. That's why I want to do a live stream today, because otherwise we won't be back on until the weekend. And I'll figure out those times when I can, so I'll appreciate everybody's patience while I work that out. So Coach Bradley is another channel from Follow the Bradley's Fun. Like I said, 70 subscribers right now. They got some videos on the channel, obviously with some inspiration and motivation. I'm going to take one of these videos, put it in my catch-up list here. I'm going to look at their shorts videos for a second. They've just started, so we'll keep an eye on the channel. As well, we've got notification bells on for everyone. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for everyone, and in the spirit of catching as much content from each other as we can as well. First Floor Audio, thank you again for another super chat. Lee, he's done that countless times, literally. I couldn't count if I wanted to. Crocheting Around New Zealand, Trish, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. We've got a bit of a list now of channels to go through, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. And if I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open, hopefully catch it the next time around. First Floor Audio will be pleased, as a matter of fact, with the changes I'm going to experiment with. I say experiment, but I'm pretty sure we'll stick with them afterwards. Coming in January. So I've updated our video description, so I hope everybody will read that if you haven't lately. But I've made some changes, and what we're going to do is go back to an older system for running the wheel and the screen that will be based on who's here the longest and most active in the chat, without as much skipping the line for things like members and super chats and things like that. So it'll be interesting to see the effect, but it will allow me to really turn up the volume over here and start posting in advance, getting on a schedule, posting on social media, and we'll get a bigger audience in here as well. We've been slowing things down for a while because it became overwhelming. So we'll see. But First Floor Audio, I know Lee will be happy about that. This creator's monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. This is a talented producer and performer, and on his channel you'll find his original works as a singer and songwriter in music videos that we can enjoy individually. Shorts have been used really just to promote a few of the live streams on the channel, but then he's live frequently, every other day it seems. And Lee could be performing and producing. Sometimes he's got StreamYard panels, he gets into themes, and he actually draws the audience into the content as well. So when you show up, there's a very good chance he might start adding your channel name or things he gets to know about your content into his musical productions as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. I certainly do. He's been a dear friend a long time from the UK, and he's working on 1,300 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther. There's Emotion New Soul. So he did. he mentioned the idea a while ago that he might change his name to be a little bit easier to find. So Emotion was the name of the channel. He's just expanded it to say Emotion New Soul, and I've been actually calling him that for a long time. New Soul R&B music is what we find from that creator on their channel, much like First Floor Audio, another singer, songwriter, producer, and performer. And Emotion happens to be here as a member and a moderator as well. But I hope everybody will connect with him. He's got 2 different channels. One is called Emotion New Soul. One is called Writing with Emotion New Soul. And much like First Floor Audio, he brings a lot of his own music into our YouTube lives, if that makes sense. And what we're going to do right now is go on a break for about 3.5 minutes. We've got super chats that have come in from First Floor Audio, Maritime Dashcam, Orange Cone Vlog, and Growing What I Eat. We've got 1 extra channel to look at in that list. So we'll go for 3.5 minutes and we'll come right back. Alright, we're back and about to look at a channel that we haven't seen on the screen yet. And I got a couple things to mention about this channel already. Now, I did add some more names onto the wheel. Cribbage in Alaska is on the wheel. Emotion New Soul, of course, was added. Susan A and Kaiser Gaming YT are both on there. Kaiser Gaming YT is Chris's Clever Craft with a... forgive me, a gaming channel. I'm doing two things at once here. Botrix I turned to feature on, but it's making unnecessary announcements in the chat. Pardon me for a second while I do something in the background here. I wonder how I can get this to stop. Alright, hopefully those Botrix messages will stop happening. What they're talking about is a system like I have in the background. I will show you one of these, so forgive me. Maritime Dashcam, we're going to talk about your content in a second. So this is Streamlabs, actually, if I don't lose my window there. I'm clicking like crazy today. So this is Streamlabs, and one of the features in the background is a system on the ChatBot here. They call it a cloud bot, and what it's called is loyalty, and all that really means here is the idea that it's keeping track of how long everybody is spending in the chat. So this is how we essentially run the wheel. Members, of course, get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Superchatters get put on the screen right away in order. But after a long period of time, I will add names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most active in the chat over the course of the stream. And coming in the new year, we expect to run the wheel much more based on that, what they call loyalty system than anything else. But that's a great way for you to be able to keep up with the idea of people supporting your channel as well. If you use these robots in the background, they've got lots of features that will help you keep track of the history of your channel. I've been keeping statistics since the very beginning of TuberChat. Of course, I was on YouTube for a couple years before that anyway, but that allows me to make sure that nobody ever gets forgotten. I know every single channel that's ever been into a TuberChat live stream from the beginning, and we're now well over 5,000 subscribers, so you can imagine how many people have been through here. As well, we've got another channel in the chat, Hot Damn Elaine's Crafting. Good to see you here. I think you're in for the first time. Forgive me if I'm mistaken about that, but hopefully you're feeling welcome also. And Rooted in Essential Oils is going on the wheel with Just Jason Keto and more. They both happen to be members. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More is in the house. Good to see you here. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody again. So Maritime Dashcam is somebody who's been to the chat. I forget how many times now. I feel like it's about 3 times. Could be more. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. It's a brand new channel we see with 12 subscribers right now. Now, this is the first time we're putting them on the screen, but they actually dropped a super chat earlier. And there was a notice that came through the chat that said that might be the first time they've super chatted in a live stream ever. So thank you very much for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support and that much more, especially for that kind of thing. So Maritime Dashcam is likely going to bring us dashcam footage. And I've actually been a fan of these kind of videos for a long time. And I saw a lot of this many, many years ago when I started watching YouTube, before I even started a channel. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of these videos, I'm going to put it in my watch later list. That's a playlist we all have. It's a private playlist, and what that what that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3 or 4 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And then Maritime Dashcam, are you, forgive me for not being sure, is that a channel that we already know? I'm just asking because as a brand new channel, and no one to come into Tuber Chat. I wonder if you I wonder if that might be a creator I already know, and I just wasn't sure or wasn't aware that that was one of our friends with a new channel. But if not, then hopefully you're feeling welcome either way. I see you're laughing, but oh, there you go. Yeah. So thank you for that. Because you dropped a super chat in the chat, I just wanted to make sure we looked at your channel right away. We do that right away. Oh, is that Corinne's Life? Oh, that's that's funny stuff. Okay, if it is, yes. All right, there we go. Now we figured it out. I should have known, because she said the other day she's got a channel in the chat. She's been in there a couple of times, and I didn't pick up on the word maritime for a little while there. Corinne's Life's a fellow Canadian from Halifax who's here as a member and a moderator as well. What we'll do is, after we look at the next couple of channels, we'll look at Corinne's Life as well. Usually I put channels up together when we know that a creator has more than one, but now I know. I feel like I should have already known that. And DJ's Family and Friends Travels and More is a brand new channel here in the Tuber Chat family. They might have been sent over from Orange Cone Vlog, who dropped a super chat for them so that we would look at their channel right away. So thank you for that, Orange Cone Vlog. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. It's that much more of a generous thing to have done for this purpose. And so what we're going to do with this channel as well, because they're brand new and it's the first time they're on the screen, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. I'm going to take one of your videos, and I usually look for something fairly long, so I'll take this 9-minute one, and I will put this into my watch later list. And what that will allow me to do is, after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up. I will subscribe and turn your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We are always here 3 or 4 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. I'm just adding a couple of sections onto the wheel. I forget to do this almost every day. So I've just put clear the wheel on the wheel, and I've also put another section called add a name. It'll be random when those come up, but when they do, add a name means I'll pick somebody out of the chat based on who's been most actively engaged today. I'll put them on the screen, or on the wheel, right away. And then the clear the wheel section means that I'll wipe all the names off the wheel at that moment and reload with any members who happen to be in the chat. And what that will allow me to do is speed things up so that we can get more newer channels onto the screen today than we otherwise might have. And let's look at Orange Cone Vlog. So we're going to look at Corinne's Life, the creator behind Maritime Dashcam, in a few moments here. But Orange Cone Vlog is somebody who's been out supporting other creators. I've run into them many, many, many times, countless times, bouncing in between premieres and live streams for other creators. They really make themselves a part of the travel community. We've got a vibrant travel and cruising community of channels in the Tuber Chat family now, for which I'm grateful. Orange Cone Vlog brings us 352 subscribers on their channel. They've got some shorts for us to see as well, and these have just started, but they've already gotten into one of them over 1,700 views, one over 2,400, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel are, let's see, yeah, fairly frequent. So they just did another one a couple weeks ago with some familiar faces there from our travel crew. So I hope everybody will connect with Orange Cone Vlog. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And I'd love for you to get some of that support coming back to you as well. Jevin Richardson is in the house, so thank you very much. I know you're going to have to wait out that 20-minute time limit, but it'll give you a moment to see what we're doing here and hopefully read our About section, or pardon me, our video description, so that you get an idea of exactly how to maximize your time here. and get the opportunity to meet as many friends as possible. So Growing What I Eat is coming up as well. So thank you again, Orange Cone Vlog. Thank you, Maritime Dashcam, Corinne's Life. Thank you, First Floor Audio. And thank you, Growing What I Eat. Thanks, Orange Cone Vlog. I really do appreciate all this extra generous support. So Growing What I Eat's done that countless times as well. And this is a creator that wants to bring us their journey through self-sufficiency, growing as much of their own food as they possibly can. Pardon me just for a second. I need a moment again. Pardon me for that. My allergies are on me tonight. So, Growing What I Eat is here with over 1,000 subscribers. It looks like they've got it locked in now. And this is a creator who's got a video on their front page, which I'm just going to put in my catch-up list for a quick second. It's a short one, but I'm also going to look at what they've been doing lately in their long-form content, and I'm going to take this video as well. Now, I've caught this creator even on a live stream. We'll look at those in a moment, but this creator wants to bring us their journey, like I said, growing as much of their own food as possible. They've got fruit trees, vegetables, citrus trees, berries, pollinating flowers, and things like that as well. They'll give us tips and tricks along the way. They've got shorts on the channel, and we'll see what they've been doing with these. These have gotten into now 2,000 views and beyond. One of them over 4,100, which is great to see. And then live streams, like I said, I've caught them. It's been a while, yeah, many months ago, but hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. We've always got notification bells on for every channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other, and in the spirit of doing as much, or catching as much content from each other as we can. So Corinne's Life is coming up. This is the creator behind Maritime Dashcam there, which I wondered about for a quick second. And Hot Damn Elaine's Crafting, thanks for the share. And pardon me, I'm just struggling today with my allergies and other things. When we look at Corinne's Life, we see somebody who's here as a beloved and dedicated moderator as well as a member. She's a fellow Canadian from Halifax, and I'm just going to grab one of her latest videos looking at Christmas lights, which is great to see. I'm going to put that video into my catch-up list. So when I keep talking about this playlist that I use, it was lovingly named Catch-Up just for fun by our friend Ghostly Winds from Australia, who's often in the chat. But playlists can be a great tool for keeping caught up with creators. So if anybody here would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements, independently and individually, of course. Bipolar Aquatics, good to see you here. It's me, Alec. Good to have you in the house. Judgment Day Mike Harper is here. Good to have you here again as well. He's here just about every day. Corinne's Life is working on 2,200 subscribers, and this channel really does encompass everything that is Corinne's Life. So this is a creator who will bring us indoors, outdoors for possibly haul videos, product reviews, shopping, cooking, cleaning, working, taking us outdoors for travel or looks around the area, or even some polarizing political content as well occasionally. And Corinne's Life happens to be a small business owner, so she prints everything like hats, t-shirts, vinyl stickers, Christmas ornaments, coffee mugs like the one I hold in my hand every day. And it's wonderful that we get a behind-the-scenes look at how some of the merchandise is made that she produces, but we can also use this creator as a resource when it comes time for us to think about merchandise for our own channels and businesses as well. So Corinne's Life has got some shorts, and one of the things I often talk about with these lately is the idea that when we post a lot of shorts, we often find that some of them get a pump in views. Almost every shorts video seems to get some kind of a little pump. It could be dozens, it could be hundreds, it could be thousands of views. If we're really lucky, it can get into the tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands, but it usually gets like one pump of views, maybe a second one shortly after, but occasionally we find one that continues to crawl along, and this one here is now at 15,000 views and still climbing. So she's got a great idea for a shorts video there. As well, she's got some live streams, and these are becoming more frequent again. Corinne's Life's been known to stream many, many, many times with StreamYard panels. Sometimes she's given us a look at how she's working in the background. Sometimes it's friendly conversation, but I've joined her many times both on her channel and others as well. She's monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. So thank you again, Corinne's Life. That's Maritime Dashcam's creator. And I appreciate that super chat again. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. And next up is the mother and daughter duo. So we're back to spinning the wheel. We'll see what they've got going on their channel for today. The mother and daughter duo just came into the Tuber Chat family short of a couple months ago. And they instantly were out supporting other creators. I ran into them constantly. I continue to run into them everywhere I go. Zombie Gaming Jory, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. When we look at what these creators are bringing us, it's a combination of stories to be told and conversation and outdoor content where they take us on different adventures. They do that through video, shorts, and live streams. So we get an idea of some of the conversation and adventures they bring us on from the videos, but shorts as well are starting to move on the channel, getting into 1,400 and 2,100 views. And then they've got live streams as well, and they've been live frequently, as you can see, even actually just before Tuber Chat, and then yesterday, the day before. So they're working on Vlogmas now, which is great to see as well. 969 subscribers, so we know that these creators are likely very excited about the 1K milestone. It's a magical milestone in all of our YouTube journeys, and they're going to be there soon enough. We'd love to push them a little bit closer or farther today. And let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. We're going to move a little bit faster through channels now. We always get a little bit faster as the stream goes on, but we've still got another couple of hours to go if everybody would like to stay that long. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead is coming up onto the wheel because they happen to be a member. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And they're going to take Just Jason Keto and Moore's spot on the wheel because his channel's coming up right now. It's going to take me a second because I'm not doing well with my copying and pasting today again. But I appreciate everybody's patience. Of course, if you haven't already given a thumbs up, by the way, for today's stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. I know if you're on a phone, you've got to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Actually, Just Jason Keto and More, yes, the wheel is liking you lately, and my work life is liking you lately, because I thought that I wasn't going to have a chance to stream today, and I'd already had in my mind I might be streaming on Thursday. We've done that a couple of times, and Just Jason Keto and More happens to go live every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern. So sometimes we've been live at the same time because everybody knows I just move Tuber Chat around wherever I have to. I don't have a set schedule. But occasionally we're able to either avoid that or at least once we've gone before Just Jason Keto and More so we could join him for his live stream. But I always look forward to it. So while I won't be able to stream tomorrow, hopefully I'll be able to catch your stream. And then we'll be back on the weekend after today. So when we look at Just Jason Keto and More, we see a channel that wants to help us with healthy eating and healthy living. He says keto is not a weight loss diet. First you get healthy, then you lose weight. Him and his community will help us understand that when we get there. He's got a series coming up, the 12 Days of Chaffles. He's got quite a few chaffle recipes on the channel right now. Those are a popular meal or snack alternative when people are looking to stay in ketosis or along the lines of a keto-based diet or lifestyle. But he's going to do a series of 12 of those very shortly, which is really cool. And those are set to start on the 13th of this month, leading right up to Christmas Christmas. And then Paul's Gardening Tips, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I know you've got to wait out that 20-minute time limit before coming into the chat, but I will appreciate your patience, and I promise you it helps when it comes to spamming and trolling and all that other stuff, but it'll give you an opportunity to see exactly what we're doing here and hopefully have a chance to read our video description so you understand how everything works here and how you can make the most of your time and meet as many friends as you would like to. Multi-Hunter247 is a longtime supportive creator as well. Thank you for coming in. And Just Jason Keto and More has a lot more than recipes on his channel. He's got product reviews as well as a lot of guests that come on to his channel, both in videos and live streams, and they share their life experiences, their tips and tricks when it comes to a keto-based diet or lifestyle. Jason and his community will help us understand the ingredients that we're going to find on a lot of the products that we might find in grocery stores and other places that are marketed as keto friendly, and he'll help us understand whether or not they may be and what happens with the different things that we decide to consume. So as well, he might take us out for an adventure like Keto Palooza this year, and he does a lot of shorts videos that have done well. There's a bit of a hint here because some of these healthy looking shorts have gotten into thousands of views, many of them actually, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. One that I've seen has over 22,000 views, and I promise you this one's entertaining as well, so I hope you'll check that out. When we look at his live streams, we see, like I said, he's up every Thursday night at 7:30 Eastern, and sometimes he's there himself. His community's always thriving in the chat as well and ready to help with tips, tricks, and I don't want to say advice as much as suggestions. I always feel compelled to participate in the chat when I'm there. Occasionally he'll have a guest on the live stream as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Just Jason Keto and More. He has been an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here in the Tuber Chat family for as long as I can remember now. 1,200 subscribers is where he's headed next, and he happens to be a fellow Canadian. We've got quite a few Canadians in the Tuber Chat family. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures come to us from Alberta. I'm going to put them on the wheel in a second because they happen to be members, and they're going to take the place of Root Chat family. And we'll get them up onto the screen in a second. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Cake No Eat Meat Day with cherry on top is in the house. And let's see what's going on with Rooted in Essential Oils. I keep telling this, pardon me, you'll hear me say a lot of the same things over and over here the more times you visit Tuber Chat for these live streams. But one of the things I talk about, essential oils is something I reference when I'm out living my life, doing my thing, talking to people, trying to motivate others to create content, whether it's for YouTube channels or anything else, because essential oils have so much information surrounding them. They lend themselves perfectly to the idea of a YouTube channel or anything like that. What I often describe to people when I'm trying to motivate or inspire is the idea that you can simply take anything that you enjoy or know about, put it on a table in front of you, and talk about it for 10 minutes. That's a video, right? We all know this. And essential oils lend themselves to that perfectly because I don't want to make it sound like I know about essential oils. I have barely even thought about the tip of the iceberg when it comes to my knowledge, but I understand that there's so much to them. We can argue all day the benefits and things like that, but when we start to mix them together, there are additional, it almost seems like an infinite amount of different benefits. There's different products, different brands, and different types of things that include essential oils and things like that. So I look forward to learning a lot more from Rooted in Essential Oils. They've been with us for what I believe is a couple of months now. 508 subscribers, so they have to be excited about the new restrictions allowing you into the YouTube Partner Program with 3,000 hours of watch time once you get that 500. And we'll see what they got going on for shorts here as well. Lisa Knits of Vlogs, good to see you in the house. Not sure if I said hello earlier. Wheat and Shaw, good to see you here as well. another friend who's been with us for many, many, many months now. And then when we get into Rooted in Essential Oil Shorts videos, we see that a couple of these have passed 1,000 views, one over 2,400. And then we'll get into live stream from each other as we can also. So a special section has come up on the wheel, and this is the earliest we've seen this. But what the wheel is telling me is to add a name, and what that means is to add a name from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged today that's not already on the wheel, because members get added as soon as we see them in the chat. And coming, like I said, in January, I expect to change things up a little bit so that we'll get newer channels on earlier. But in the meantime, I'm going to look for a channel that I can add that hasn't already been put on the wheel. So let's say, let's have a look. Pardon me, I'm just refreshing some things in the background here. And I'll see if this creator's still with us. Lisa's Fun Finds, if you're still in the chat, just please let me know, and then I'll put you on the wheel right away. If not, I'll move on to another channel. And let's spin, and we'll see who's going to be coming up next. Growing What I Eat, we already looked at, so I got to take them off of the wheel. They dropped a super chat earlier among a handful of creators, so thank you again for that extra generous support. And we'll spin the wheel. So here we go. Now, now we're going to do two things at once. We got the clear the wheel section that's come up. So what I'm going to do now, actually, we'll go on a break for 3.5 minutes. I'll wipe all of the names off of the wheel that are on there right now, and I'll reload the wheel with any members that are in the chat right this second. So that'll cut our list down. And then what'll happen is we will have the opportunity to add more newer channels as the stream goes on than we otherwise might have. So Nez Lover is coming up next. I see Shanster Travels in the chat. The Power of Teaching W Tech is here. Thank you for coming in. I think that's a new channel in the chat. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. You might have renamed the channel, or if you're here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. Our instructions are always in our video description, of course. And then Day One Adventures is going to take Nez Lover's spot on the wheel. We're going to talk about their channel in 3.5 minutes. So we'll be right back. I'm going to clear the wheel. All right, we're back, and we're about to look at Nez Lover. So I did two things at once there. Our clear the wheel section came up, so we cleared all of the names off the wheel. I reloaded with everybody who I see in the chat so far, and then I added an extra name that was picked out of the chat based on who has been most actively engaged in the chat over the course of the stream. So what we're looking at right now is Nez Lover, and this is a creator that brings us art both in videos as well as live streams and a few shorts as well. So thank you everybody for bearing with me. I know sometimes the stream seems to want to buffer. I reset the router right before we started today. But if you find that any of the creators that you know are doing live streams and things like that, and it looks like they're gonna go off, then one of the ideas is to refresh your device, regardless of whether you're on a phone, a tablet, or a computer, television, or anything else, and then that might allow the connection to kind of fix itself a little bit. I'm close to Toronto today. I'm at my workplace. We have that fiber optic 5G good crazy internet stuff, so it should hold itself together. Nez Lover brings us art, like I was saying. They bring video shorts and live streams. One of the things you'll notice here when we dig through some of their videos is that when we go over to the live streams, we're going to see streams that match with thumbnails, because what they do is often live stream while they make the art that they're making of different types, and then when they come on to the videos, they chop out pieces for us, or shorts videos as well, if that makes sense. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. We see that their shorts are doing well, 1,200, 1,500, 2,400, one over 18,000, which is great to see. And Nez Lover's a longtime friend, working on 2,900 subscribers right now. TCG fam, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody, as long as everybody is still active in the chat. We should get around to everybody. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go in a moment. And Curmudge in Alaska is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. They are a 100% off-grid homestead and soon to be in B, and they're taking us through their journey both indoors and especially outdoors while we look around their property and see what they're coming up with. Oh, and then yes, TCG fam, we will definitely be thinking about you. TCG fam's been a longtime friend, actually, probably a couple years now. Kermidge in Alaska, 677 subscribers they've got right now. They've been doing a lot of live streams. They're really going to rack up the watch hours pretty quick, because they've been doing some outdoor weather cam streams in between their Monday Night Live shows that are regularly appearing every week. And I've got a notification bell, or a notification on for the next one, even though I've got the notification bell on for the channel, of course. When we look at shorts, we see some of that famous, I want to say Canadian weather, but I have to say famous North American weather, where we get some of that snow that lots of us complain about, you know, dredging our way through the snow for 45 minutes to school with no boots and all that good stuff. So there's some of it there, but this is from Alaska, and 1,400, 1,700 views, and then videos as well. They've been posting frequently, so hopefully we'll see another one. They seem to be posting at least once a week, which is great, and they'll likely keep up with that. Sarah Robin Zeus on the channel. They'll give you some more information about what they're doing in their remote town, in their completely off grid Airbnb. Oh, our moderators might knock out messages just to have certain words in them. We know that YouTube is not a platform for free speech, and I tend to be a lot more stickly than most people have to. But I've got a guideline strike on my personal channel, and I don't like them because of something I caught in a political rally once, actually. And It's okay. That guideline strike will disappear in February. They give us a new system now where if you get one, in most cases you can take what they call training just to make sure that you understand, and then they give you kind of a slap on the wrist and they let it go after that. Thank you so much, Dark Swordsman Gaming. Hopefully I'll catch you again very soon. I know you're streaming frequently. Judgment Day Mike Harper, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. And for that reason, we'll look at Judgment Day Mike Harper's channel. Next, we always put super chatters on the screen right away, and then members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Right now we're looking at VS Speaks Royally, who's actually one of our longest standing members. You can tell that from their badge color in the chat. This creator is now working on 5,500 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit closer towards that milestone. They're growing rapidly. One of the things you hear me talk about frequently here in Tuber Chat is the idea of engaged conversation. So it's essentially how we run the wheel here and put channels on the screen in order. And when you engage in true conversation in anybody's premiere or live stream, you're actually doing a great service for them, because you're sending true engagement signals into the YouTube algorithm. And that can help YouTube understand that they should push that content out a little bit more. So one of the things that I talk about with VS Speaks Royally is that engaged conversation, because first of all, they engage conversation everywhere that they go, including here in Tuber Chat. But as well, when you join their channel, especially for live streams, you'll find engaged conversation with a very vibrant community. And VS Speaks Royally does a great job of leading that conversation by staying well versed and up to date in their subject, which happens to be the royal family. Now, we all know that there's always a lot going on with the royal family, and VS Speaks Royally has been covering this for years. Nip, Pearl, and Squirrel with Granny D. Thompson, thank you so much for the highlighted milestone message. I'm going to put that channel on the wheel right away because they happen to be a member. And you made it on the board before walking the dog, says VS Speaks Royally. And this creator as well has brought us videos which include a little bit of variety. I've taken the latest one and put that into my catch-up list there so I can keep caught up with them. But they've got some shorts here that have done really well also. I don't know why my internet is struggling so terribly right now. When we look at the shorts here, we see 5,300, 8,000, 12,000 views. And VS Speaks Royally, of course, is monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Next up is going to be Judgment Day Mike Harper. I haven't mentioned it in a while, so if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Butler Family Farm is just dropping a super chat. Thank you for that extra generous support. Of course, that's absolutely unnecessary and very much appreciated, although. So for that reason, we'll look at their channel next. And Just Jason Keto and More is dropping a highlighted milestone message through the chat. He took over the stream boss position with that, actually. We know that every super chat membership and highlighted milestone message knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss. The last person to knock it out and take over gets some extra exposure for their channel, as well as you see the link was dropped as soon as you did that as well. So that's another cool bonus, and I'm glad to see Streamlabs is on the case today. So 11 months of membership. Just Jason Keto and More has been with us long more than a year, but it's wonderful to see these different milestones, and I certainly appreciate the extra generous support here. Both Butler Family Farm and Just Jason Keto and More have been over the top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters for a long, long time. I'll take a chance and see if this is going to reconnect for us. Okay, it might have been connected to an incorrect network there, but we should be back to go. We should be back and good to go. Charinator, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. So Judgment Day, Mike Harper on his About section is going to give us insight about what the channel is going to bring us. And then when we get into shorts, we see one of these has got over 1,000 views already. So hopefully he'll continue to post more and more. Live streams on the channel are actually fairly frequent, a couple of times a week, which is great. So lots of content and 350 subscribers. Now, when we look at Michael Harper, which is a popular name for a channel, we know that if we dig through the search results, we can find our friend with a second channel here. Michael Harper brings a little bit more content complementary to his original channel. 37 subscribers over here, as well as some shorts. And these have started to move into a couple hundred views and beyond as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Judgment Day Mike Harper and his second channel. And hopefully that'll be the end of our buffering because we switched networks there. Budgeting just because. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And I'm spinning the wheel, but we're going to look at Butler Family Farm in the meantime. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, by the way, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Butler Family Farm brings us 116 acres of farming and ranching, and now shop working goodness as well. I see they've got a brand new video, pork chop suey. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like this, but it looks like a collaboration. I'm going to take this video, I'm going to put it into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to try to keep up with them, but they're posting frequently as well. Pumpkin cookies as well, that's interesting. The channel is monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. When we get into their shorts videos, we see they've moved into 4,000 and even 5,000 views and beyond. And then as well, we'll get into live streams, and we know that they go live regularly. I've been lucky to catch them the last couple of times, and we see that they're going to be up again in a few days on the 11th, so we'll try to catch that as well. And hopefully everybody will connect with them. When we look at their About section, we see they've got a lot going on the farm. They've got bees there, they've got cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, along with their pets, some cats and dogs. They bring us indoors, they bring us outdoors. They do a lot of collaborating with other creators, so much so that they actually travel sometimes hundreds of miles to take part in some of these meetups to get together with a lot of other creators and introduce us to them, along with their StreamYard panels, where they're collaborating with even more YouTube creators for us to meet and greet in their channel as well, if that makes sense. So hopefully everybody will connect with Butler Family Farm, and like I said earlier, they have been over the top generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters here in the Tuber Chat family. They're with us just about every single day. Next up is going to be our Georgia Suburban Homestead. Thank you again, Butler Family Farm, for that super chat. Cherinator has done the same thing, so we'll look at Cherinator next. And our Georgia Suburban Homestead said they're going to do another channel. Yeah, absolutely, our Georgia Suburban Homestead. If you have another channel coming up, you can mention that. We have quite a few paranormal channels in the chat, actually. And Cherinator is coming up. Design with Emma is going to come up as well. They dropped a super chat as well. We always put super chatters on the screen right away in order. And then members are added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. I'm just going to clean up here for a second because I have been forgetting to take names off the wheel. But it looks like we're going to get through quite a few channels today. We're moving a little bit faster now. Cabaret Gaming, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Thank you again, Knit Pearl and Squirrel with Granny D. Thompson. I really do appreciate that, especially the thumbs up. We will look at your channel when it comes up, though. Ben Cyan Games, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. They're doing the Forever... Oh, I can't remember what the name of it is. He's got a fun name for his live stream series. He's live every day. Everywhere Forever-a-thon. And, oh goodness. And that'll be something else to see, our Georgia Suburban Homestead. So that's the creator that's on right now, but you can see they've got a second channel coming, bringing us paranormal type content, so we'll keep an eye for that. They should be at it within the next couple of weeks. They've got over 1,000 subscribers on this channel. They're here with us just about every day as well. Now, I talk about the homesteading community, and we had this influx of homesteading channels and a lot of creators that bring us a lot of outdoor content about 2 years ago. Even though a lot of these creators, most of them, bring us a lot of indoor content to go with it as well. But I group a lot of creators together. So farming, ranching, typical homesteading, camping, fishing, hiking, and other outdoor activities, even though, like I keep saying, these creators bring a lot of indoor content as well. The creators behind channels like this seem to have similarity in their generosity, wanting to share knowledge and resources with each other and with others. So I'm grateful for that. I know a lot of people are, I'm sure. When we get into their videos, I'm just going to take the latest one, put it in my catch-up list. They've been posting frequently. And then as well, we've got shorts on the channel. We'll see how these are doing. I'm looking at shorts on almost every channel these days. 4,000, 5,000, even 5,200 views and beyond. Most of those are outdoor here. And then here's our Georgia Suburban Homestead with some live streams. I've been lucky to catch them a few times recently. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. We've got notification bells on for every channel so that we can catch as much content from each other as we can. And let's look at Cherinator, who dropped a super chat earlier. And then Design with Emma is coming up. They've both done that many times before. And we're going to also put Marketplace Boutique onto the wheel. That's a creator who's actually going to help us with another stream of income when it comes to e-commerce and things like eBay. When we look at Cherinator, we see a creator who's bringing a lot of video gameplay. I see them out supporting other creators all the time. They got 109 subscribers now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 200 they're going to be thinking about. They mix up the video gameplay on their channel in different videos, live streams, and shorts. We get an idea about what Cherinator's up to here, getting into 600 and almost 700 views in the different shorts, and then got a couple of notifications to set for some live streams that are coming up. They seem to be live almost every day with a couple of popular titles. I'm sure they'll expand on that as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Cherinator. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Thank you again for your super chat. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. And like I said, Design with Emma has done the same thing before as well. So we'll put that channel up here. She's going to help us with interior design more than anything else, and I could certainly take some motivation and inspiration from a channel like this. She's expanded the content on the channel a little bit, but we see that she's gotten into quite a bit of Christmas content. So looking like this says 5 days of Christmas, but it looks like you kept that going as well. So I'm just going to take the latest video. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to try to keep caught up a little bit. And then when we see Design with Emma, she's crossed the 2,000 subscribers. So that's another exciting milestone. She's monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. She'll give us an idea of exactly what to expect when we get to the About page. And then when we get into the shorts, we see that these have started to move. 16,000, 19,000, one of them over 32,000, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel are frequent, and we get more stories to be told. And it looks like you're doing a lot more says Christmas giveaways here, so I'm hoping I can catch you for one of these. I've got the notification bell on. That gives me the best chance of catching everybody as often as I can. Grow Big TV is in the house. That's Garden State Gardener. He also happens to be a member. That's Joe. And we'll put his channel on the wheel. We'll spin. And thank you again, Design with Emma, for another super chat. Like I said, she's done that before. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I'm just going to take the latest video that you've got on your front page here as well. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list as well, just to make sure that I get that video watched, and the next time I show up on the front of the channel, it will have disappeared into the archives. So look at Marketplace Boutique. The wheel is choosing you early today. They just came in. The wheel's chosen them right away. And like I said, this creator is going to help us with the idea behind another stream of income when we think about selling different things online. So they talk about eBay often, and one of the things that I can tell you is I do a little bit of eBay work. I've done a lot. I've listed thousands of things. I've shipped 1,000 packages, many more than that by now. But listing and shipping on places like eBay, Kijiji, Craigslist, Letgo, and other places like that, Facebook Marketplace and things like this, are easy to do, in my opinion. Where the real magic comes is behind the scenes when you're thinking about what are you going to buy and sell so that you can hopefully buy low, sell high, and make a profit, and therefore another stream of income. Marketplace Boutique is going to help us with that aspect of all of this, along with the technical details. When we look at her videos, she's posting frequently. I've got the latest one, put that in my catch-up list as well. When we look at shorts on the channel, we see that she's got a bit of a mix here in variety, but 2,800, 4,000, 8,000 views, which is great to see. I think one of those is still moving, as a matter of fact. And then Marketplace Boutique is with us just about every single day, and they're working on 400 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit closer to that milestone as well. Be amazing, Sylvia. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. She's been a friend since the very beginning of Tuber Chat, as a matter of fact, and we've been here for 3.5 years now. So she's one of the original members of the Drop the Link Day crew, and knowledgeable in all things YouTube, so she can help you meet more friends and family members for your channel. Let's look at Canadian Family Life and see what they've got going on. Their husband has got a channel as well. We'll look at both of those. They come to us from New Brunswick. And when we look at what they've been doing lately, they are posting, are these Vlogmas? Is this one considered Vlogmas as well? I'm just curious, because the idea, as far as I understand, I haven't participated, but behind Vlogmas is the idea of posting a video every day if you can. Jeremy and Cheryl, Cruise Adventures, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I'm so glad that we connected now on this other channel, because I caught you for a live stream with that one the other day for the first time. And that's Cruising is Fun Anytime with a second channel. But those creators do a fantastic morning show with the Mustard Drill and Eddie Lugo Studios, and I'm always happy to catch them when I can. I can't get them every day, but I catch them as often as I can, and it's always vibrant conversation, but they really do a great job. Corner Clubhouse Cobalt, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And we'll look at Canadian Family Life right now, who happens to be monetized. One of the first channels that we know of to be monetized under the new restrictions of 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours of watch time, even though they already had well beyond 1,000 subscribers when they got there. They actually just celebrated their 1 year on YouTube the other day. And you can see that this channel is growing rapidly. As a matter of fact, it's one of the fastest growing channels that we've seen in the Tuber Chat family ever, which is great to see, and it speaks volumes about the generosity of the creator Tiffany, because of the support that she gives to other creators. And I always say here in Tuber Chat, you know, we focus on giving much more than we expect to receive, knowing that over a long period of time, it's going to become overwhelming, and the support you get from others, it'll feel almost impossible to be able to repay. No, I saw that. Yes, Canadian Family Life. I saw that you got Vlogmas in the titles and thumbnails of the others. I didn't know if that was meant to be included or if that's in the midst, because Canadian Family Life does a lot of grocery haul videos. They do a lot of cooking videos. They've expanded into now Happy Meal videos. They do a lot of shout outs. They've done live streams as well. So luckily I caught them the other day, and that was their 1 year on YouTube, like I was saying, which is an exciting milestone as well. I encourage everybody to celebrate any milestone you can think of. And the reason why is because you're not just doing it for yourself. You can consider it to be even more so for your community, because those who really support you and let's say your top supporters, if you want to put it that way, want to celebrate for you. They'll be happy, especially those who really get involved in your channel, right? So Canadian Family Life will give us a great chance to get to know the family during those live streams. They got some shorts here, 2,400, 2,500 views. One of them still moving, I know that now. And then, like I said, lots of videos on the channel. Tiffany's posting frequently. Now, her husband's got a channel, and you saw Chris in a couple of those thumbnails. Chris's Creation Fun is the name of his channel. He recently renamed it so that he can expand the content. He started with 3D printing, but will be bringing us more content as well. He's got quite a few videos for us to see already, and 45 subscribers, so almost halfway towards that first 100. Jesse Miller Unboxings and more, thank you again. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just coming by quickly or to give a thumbs up. And thank you, First Floor Audio. Chris's Creation Fun has got some shorts over here as well. And we see that these are starting to move. 350 views on one of those, which is great to see. So we'd love to push them towards that first 100. We know that the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever before, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. So, what we're going to do right now is go on break for about 3.5 minutes. We'll come back with a channel that's going to bring us a lot of music and musical instrument and gear reviews and comparisons. Jonathan Sturgill's been with us a few months now and is with us for just about every stream. In the meantime, if I've missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. We're back in 3.5 minutes. All right, we're back and looking at Jonathan Sturgill. So this is another channel that came into the Superchat family just a couple of months ago, but they've been with us just about every single live stream since finding us. They've got over 5,000 subscribers, and what they bring to us is music, along with musical instrument and gear reviews and comparisons. Pardon me, you'll get a more complete description of exactly what to expect on the channel when you get to their About section here. But they've got videos and shorts for us to enjoy. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And you get an idea of some of the product reviews and comparisons that they're going to talk about on the channel in between the music. So when we get into the shorts as well, we're going to see that this creator's got many into the hundreds of views, but one over 1,500, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Jonathan Sturgill. I know you'll enjoy the support that comes back from them. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So if anybody would like to swap playlists again with the purpose of, or for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say I'm willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Look at that luck. Chocolate Drop is bringing a lot of fun into the chat today, so the odds are ever in your favor, it seems. The wheel has chosen you immediately. And we're going to see what Chocolate Drop's got going on her channel. Now, Chocolate Drop is a popular name for a channel, so we have to make sure we match the avatar. We know that this creator's got 927 subscribers, but I'll put her handle in the chat if you can't find her right away. Now, when we search, find, and click on each other's names, we're doing a great service for each other. Eventually, after hundreds of people are doing this, we'll rise up the search results, and YouTube will do a better job of predicting when we're looking for this particular Chocolate Drop or any of our channels. Now, this creator's got to be excited about being officially on the road to 1K. It's a magical milestone in all of our YouTube journeys. She's posting frequently, always smiling, always laughing, taking us out for explorations or giving us stories to be told. I've caught her for live streams, and she's been streaming frequently lately, as you can see. Just even today, she was streaming not too long ago. She plays games in the chat with everybody, as well as shorts on the channel. Seem to be doing well, getting into 2,400, 2,500 views. One of them over 7,700, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Chocolate Drop. Love life, couponing, and much, 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 much more. And we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. Oh, Budgeting Just Because, thank you so much for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate every moment. I know not everybody can be here every day or for hours at a time every time we stream. So I do appreciate every moment. Budgeting Just Because is going to help us with our finances. The idea of saving money and then hopefully investing money as well. But they actually teach us how to make money online also. Many more streams of income for those of us who are looking to do that. Nip, Pearl, and Squirrel with Granny D. Thompson is here with over 7,000 subscribers. This is a creator that happens to be monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I'm just going to grab one of their videos from the front page here. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list, and when you watch a video that's been featured on a front page like that, afterwards it'll drop back into the archive on the channel, and it won't show up in that featured position the next time you're there. When we look at the front page of their videos, we see they're posting frequently, usually every few days or so, giving us a chance to get to know them. When we get into shorts on the channel, we see these have gotten into 1,200, even 1,400 views and beyond. And then when we get into live streams, we see that this creator's gotten into streaming quite frequently, actually, almost every day, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Nip, Pearl, and Squirrel with pardon me, Nip, Pearl, and Squirrel with Granny D. Thompson. They've been another longtime friend here in the Tuber Chat family. And then Santa Claus North Pole Canada actually comes to us as a second channel from the Numismaniac. And what they are doing is bringing free videos that come from Santa Claus And that channel runs anywhere from around the mid-November or the beginning of December right up to Christmas. So I hope everybody will take the opportunity to connect with Santa Claus North Pole Canada right away. That's the Numismaniac. He's a member. We'll look at both of his channels when they come up. And the Numismaniac will help us understand numismatic collectible coins, precious metals, and other collectibles. So look at that luck. This has happened more than once today, where Santa Claus North Pole Canada was just put on the wheel and it came up immediately. So we'll see what they've got going on their channel. And like they just said in the chat, they're bringing free videos that anybody can get from Santa Claus. Lots of families will be taking part in this. I've seen many of them. I think this is a really cool channel and a great opportunity. So there you go, dedicated to the spirit of Christmas. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. I'm just going to grab their Santa walkabout video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch another video, and then a couple of shorts here on the channel. 271 subscribers right now, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 300 they're thinking about. Pendar, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And let's see what the Numismaniac's got going on. And you can bet, I would bet that a lot of people would have guessed that this channel's from Canada. And here they go. They're going to, like I said, talk about numismatic collectible coins, as well as precious metals and other collectibles. They've got StreamYard panels on the channel often, and the host is known lovingly as the Skipper when we get there. They've got some shorts on the channel as well that have started to move into over 1,600 views. That one's still moving, actually. And then live streams, like I said, are frequent. Lots of StreamYard panels. I've been lucky to catch them many, many times. And 835 subscribers over here right now, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 900 we know they must be thinking about. And let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. And it looks like it's going to be Maritz's Yarn and Crafts. I'm not sure if I said hello to them earlier, but I did put them on the wheel. We'll get Maritz's Yarn and Crafts up onto the screen. So again, the channel we're looking at, the Numismaniac, is responsible also for that Santa Claus North Pole Canada channel as well. I hope everybody will connect with both of them. Pardon me just for a quick moment. I'll be right back. And I see that Chocolate Drop is also dropping a super chat. Thank you so much for the kind words. Oh, we raided the other day. So yeah, I'm always happy to do that as often as I can. Yeah, anybody who knows, if you know you're going to line up with Superchat, I'm happy to spread the love and raid where possible. We try to do it almost every day. These late ones, sometimes we don't, because I wouldn't expect a lot of our Superchat family to be streaming after what I consider midnight, right? Which is where I usually cap these. But it is always open. I usually schedule them in advance when possible if I know when the times are coming up. When we get around to January, I expect to start posting in advance again. So that might be helpful and give people an idea of when we're going to be live. But yeah, Chocolate Drop always does a great job on her live streams. Like I said, always smiling, always laughing. So we're happy to be there. The other day, I think that was a surprise, actually. And then, thank you, Pendar, as well. Maritz's Yarn and Crafts is up here right now. They're another creator who's with us just about every single day. 356 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the milestone of 400 that they must be thinking about. They've got some shorts on the channel as well. We see that these have gotten into getting close to a couple hundred views, but one over 700, almost 800 views on that one, which is great to see. So they do crochet, sewing, drawing, painting, gardening, thrifting, and travel, and a little bit more as well. So we've got our notification bell on for every channel. We'll be looking forward to more content from them. Let me dig through the chat here, because what Chocolate Drop did was drop a super chat for another channel that's been in the chat for a long period of time. So I'm going to put Ben Cyan Games onto the wheel right now. Or sorry, I'll put them on the screen right now because of that super chat. And Ben Cyan Games, you have Chocolate Drop to thank for that. And then, yeah, we do that as well, Ben Cyan Games. So this live stream, if you're able to stick around, we'll see when this one is going to end. We're usually here for 3 hours. Sometimes we cut them a little bit shorter, depending on the audience, like how many people are with us. But I always cut them off after 3 hours. We try not to go overtime because I want to think about, first of all, our moderators and things like that. But my voice also can't take more than 3 hours. You know that I talk endlessly here. So Ben Cyan Games is going to bring us a lot of video gameplay. They're doing some live streams here that are just about every single day. I'm just going to take your latest solar eclipse video. I know it's from 2 weeks ago, but I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll help me catch up a little bit. They got some shorts on the channel, and some of these have gotten into 3,000 and 4,000 views now, on the way to 5,000, but they've got one here that's got over 520,000 views. Over 500,000 views on that one, and we've seen that one continue to grow, which is great to see. So they got the Everywhere Forever-a-thon that's going on. Yes, I caught them yesterday, I guess it was. And Ben Cyan Games been doing this for a long time, as a matter of fact. So no doubt they're now over 4,100 subscribers, working on 4,200. And then let's see what we're going to do about spinning the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. Again, if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give a thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Rambling with the Brooms is coming up right now, and this is Scott, another fellow Canadian. He happens to be closer to our nation's capital of Ottawa. Now, he posts fairly frequently as well, and he comes to us from the homesteading community of channels. So he has a lot of indoor content, a lot of outdoor content. If you're lucky, very soon, we'll be able to catch him in the Sugar Shack making some famous Canadian maple syrup, as a matter of fact, and I've seen him stream that a few times. 2,300 subscribers on the channel. He's working on 2,400 now. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther. Grow Big TV, thank you for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. That's Joe from Garden State Gardener with a new channel. He's done that countless times before, so thanks for another super chat. We'll look at his channel next. Rambling with the Brooms has got video shorts and live streams. And this creator is going to bring us some of that famous Canadian weather I was going to talk about earlier. And 3,000 views on a couple of these shorts, 7,700 on one of them. Lots of variety there. Now, this creator also will bring us lots of shout-outs. He likes to introduce us to other channels, product reviews, stories to be told. And Scott has been an advocate for helping others grow for a long, long time. So he is here as a member and a moderator. And thank you, Chocolate Drop, again, especially for that super chat. But thank you for being here. And she's here almost every day as well. Now, Rambling with the Brooms has a couple of series of live streams. He's on every Thursday and every Friday. He'll introduce us to new channels and often collaborates with other creators. He's been known to drive hundreds of miles to meet up with Butler Family Farm and other creators like Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. They've actually got a project going on right now where they are putting together a cruise. So there's a teaser video here, and then there is a live stream coming up. I see that the thumbnails match there. So this cruise is going to leave from Seattle to Alaska in the summer of 2025 in August, and they're hoping to book 100 rooms of creators and supporters. So this is their 30 room giveaway, so that's going to be cool. I'm just going to take their latest video, I'm going to put that in my catch-up list, but I've always got notifications on for everything that I see, whether they're premieres or live streams, along with the notification bell on for every channel, so that we can make sure that we catch as much content from each other as we can. And hopefully I'll catch them for that live stream as well. So that's tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? No, it's not. That's Fridays. Procrastination Thursday and Shenanigan Friday are his series of live streams. So hopefully everybody will connect with Rambling with the Brooms, another incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Emotion New Soul, I just put you back on the wheel. I cleared the wheel a while ago. But I've got you on there now. Grow Big TV, forgive me, I was supposed to put your channel up right away. I spun the wheel, but luckily it picked you. And Grow Big TV just dropped a super chat. He's done that countless times before. Most of you know Joe as Garden State Gardener. He started a second channel now, and we'll see what they've got going on here. Grow Big TV is at 1,300 subscribers already, growing rapidly. He's already connecting and collaborating with other creators, a couple familiar faces there. Videos on the channel have already started. They've got a copy of, I think that's the live stream as an interview. Am I mistaken? And then oh, so they got a couple of... Oh, this is the after party. I see. They've got a couple of things here. So they did an interview as a video instead of a live stream, and then they did a live stream afterwards, which is cool as well. They've got shorts on the channel that have just started. But Joe is very well known for bringing us a lot of other creators, helping others grow. And he's also known on his original channel, Garden State Gardener, for the Sunday Fun Day series of live streams. He introduces us to other creators there. I've actually been on that particular live stream show a couple of times now, once with the Stock Explorer and then once with Rebel Canners. So Garden State Gardener is going to bring us gardening tips and tricks. He talks about peppers and things like that. He's done more shout out videos for creators than I've seen from anybody else in my 6.5 years on YouTube. So I think that speaks volumes about the generosity behind this creator, or behind this the generosity of the creator behind the channel. And then this is Joe here, of course. So shorts here have gotten into 2,700 and 3,800 views. Live streams on the channel are frequent. Like I said, Sunday Fun Day as a minimum. And he always puts out a registration video that looks like this a couple of days before, where you can get involved in the giveaways. He used the same wheel that we use here in Superchat, but my goodness, look at how full that is. It's not uncommon to find anywhere from 70 to 100 people watching during his live streams. So Garden State Gardener, Grow Big TV, thank you again for the super chat. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. He's done that countless times. I'm spinning the wheel. I've got Black Guns and Gardens on there now. Be Amazing Sylvia has come up. And like I said earlier, this is a creator who's been with us since the beginning of Tuber Chat as well. So that's well over 3 years now. Be Amazing Sylvia has got 12,000 subscribers, and this channel is on a monster growth spurt right now, if we want to call it that. I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon either. I'll show you why that is, what is driving a lot of the growth. But Be Amazing Sylvia has been established for a long time. She also likes to let people connect in her live stream. She does a series of live streams just for that purpose, as a matter of fact. Now, on her channel, you'll find a lot of variety. We get a chance to get to know Sylvia, her family. She takes us indoors, outdoors. There could be product reviews, drive-along live streams, or a chance to get to know her. And then as well, shorts on the channel have got some real magic going on. So a little while ago, she plugged into a formula that really just killed it for her, and you can see 258,000, 675,000, 750,000 views on one of these shorts, which is great to see. And then live streams, of course, these are the ones where you connect with other creators. Now, it's not that there's a right way or wrong way to connect. We keep doing things the way we've always done here in TuberChat because we've been at this for 3 years doing the exact same thing. But Be Amazing Sylvia is very knowledgeable in all things YouTube, and she's always been connecting creators together, so you can head into those live streams and be introduced to more channels, and Sylvia can help with playlists and talking about the YouTube algorithms and things like that. Sylvia's Daily Positivity is a channel she started with her daughter. She has brought quite a bit of content where we get a chance to hang out with them and get to know them, but she's also bringing daily inspiration and motivation on this channel, Sylvia's Daily Positivity. So we'd love to push her towards the 300 subscribers she's thinking about right now. And we see that these have gotten into up to 3,000 views as well. So this channel's well on its way also. Oh, Pendar, thank you. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated, of course. But as a member, I'll put you onto the wheel right away, of course. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. And, you know, we always keep everything open to everyone. So things like Super Chats and memberships are not necessary. It does take a very long time right now for newer channels to get onto the wheel or the screen. But we always put as many channels on the screen as we can in a 3-hour period. And my guess is within the next half hour or so, I'll probably start adding names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged. And then we'll likely be here for another hour or close to it. Ben Cyan Games might have a premiere for us afterwards. Black Guns and Gardens is here to help us with preparedness, gardening, and self-defense, as a matter of fact, and they describe that on their About section. They've got a lot of product reviews on the channel, as well as tips and tricks, of course. Preparedness and self-sufficiency has become a bigger and bigger subject, it seems to me, over the last many years. And Black Guns and Gardens is going to do really well with shorts here. We see getting into 1,900, 2,400, 2,600 views and beyond already. This is another creator who's been with us just about every single stream lately, so thank you for that. And I know not everybody can be here every day or every time we stream. When we get into January, I'll try to post in advance again. We'll do it as an experiment and see how things work out. I try not to change TuberChat too much. As you can see, over the last 3.5 years, we've been doing almost the same thing. But we'll just move it a little bit more along so that we can get more supportive channels onto the wheel and the screen faster. And we'll see how that goes. But I'll try publishing in advance as well. Again, like we used to. Glorious Platter, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Let's spin the wheel. Black Guns and Gardens has passed 2,000 subscribers, so that's an exciting milestone as well. We're happy to see that happen. And look at the luck here, Pendar. The wheel has chosen you as soon as I put you on, or just about. We'll see what Pendar's got going on. A lot of music. We know that. I see you're doing Words with Friends now as well. Yes. And that's a cool game. If you haven't already seen this, Words with Friends, we got a few creators that do this in the TuberChat family. It's a game that you can play in the chat. You just participate in the chat and your answers come up on screen. It's really interesting to see how well that works. Pendar's got almost 1,400 subscribers. Music, gaming, and art is what they expect to bring us. They've got some shorts on the channel as well. They've got 1,500 and 2,300 views on a couple of these. Most creators are bringing us variety in their shorts, regardless of the category or niche for their channel. And then here we go with the live stream. So sometimes there's StreamYard panels, sometimes there's a game to be played. I caught them for this one the other day, this Karaoke Fusion. That was kind of cool. I've seen Words with Friends many times. And that's a cool game also. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Pendar. They've been a member actually a long time. So hopefully everybody will connect with them, get some of that support coming back to you as well. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. What we're going to do right now is go for 3.5 minutes. We'll come back with Watch Us Decorate. In the meantime, if I've missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention TuberChat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. All right, we're back and looking at Watch Us Decorate. So this is a channel I'm always happy to look at because they're doing some really spectacular work here. I think a lot of people will agree. We've seen cooking and baking shows and things like that with a lot of great talent. Watch Us Decorate is just kind of blowing my mind with some of what they've got here. I'm always interested to see artistic and creative things that people do that I can't do, for instance, right? Like, I don't actually try, but, you know, something here so spectacular, I think, is just impressive. So I hope everybody will enjoy this as much as I have been. I'm just going to take their latest video. They've put out quite a few lately. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list, an interesting Merry Christmas idea for a cake. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list so I can keep caught up with them. And we see it's not just cakes here. There's, of course, cupcakes, but other kinds of desserts as well, chocolate-covered fruits and other types of sweets like candy apples and things like that. Shorts on the channel give us a little bit of a idea of what to expect as well, and some of these have done well, getting now into 2,500 and 3,000 views and beyond. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with Watch Us Decorate. They're here with us frequently. They're now over 1,200 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,300 they're going to be thinking about. They're here with us just about every single day as well. I'm just curious if Ben Cyan Games is still in the house. I'm having trouble talking today. Emotion New Soul is coming up, and this is another member and moderator, actually. He has been for a long time. Emotion New Soul is actually a talented singer and songwriter, and he just changed the name of the channel. He literally just changed it. It's always been Emotion, but Emotion New Soul suits the channel because New Soul R&B music is what we're going to find when we get there. One of the things I've said from the beginning, I've known Emotion now for over 3 years, but this creator, if you have not already heard their music, I'll bet that when you hear them for the first time, you're going to feel like you already knew this artist. And I don't think it comes only from their soulful voice. I think it comes from their talent and history in singing and songwriting. I bet that that's where the magic comes from in this channel, but I'm sure you'll agree. I'm just going to grab their latest video. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. They just put that up a few minutes ago, actually. And then we know that this creator brings their original works usually in the form of music videos, but also in compilations and sometimes even live performances like Tiny Desk concerts. So shorts on the channel have also done well, and they've rounded out the channel with some reaction videos, but we see that Emotion New Soul has gotten into 1,400, 1,600 views. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I didn't realize he's got the store going as well. He's got merchandise already for anybody in the partner program. You can get this kind of thing happening also, where fan funding includes merchandise sales, and that plugs right into your YouTube channel in a lot of cases as well. Writing with Emotion New Soul is a complimentary channel, and this is where we get to a behind-the-scenes look at how the music is made and a bit of a better look at the man behind the music as well. So here he's got 789 subscribers. We'd love to push him towards the 800 he's thinking about. And he rounds out this channel with shorts videos as well as reactions and compilations as well. Some of the shorts are getting close to 1,000 views there, and then live streams are occasional as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Writing with Emotion New Soul. Like I said, a beloved and dedicated moderator and member. Every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They have been for a long time. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels, and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity, and for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel in the same way that we do here in Tuberchat. Don Yarndall is up right now. This is another creator who's posting frequently, live almost every day it seems. Close to 900 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. Monetize, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And then then when we get into their videos, we see she's posting occasionally, but shorts videos on the channel have started to move as well into 500, 700, almost 800 views. When we get into live streams, like I said, she's streaming frequently, and it seems to be, I guess it's every few days. It seemed to me like it was almost every day, but it's at least a couple of times a week. Things like that. Crocheting since 1996, knitting as of this year, so almost a year now. And other fiber arts and fiber crafts as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Dawn Yarndall. She's with us frequently as well. Experience Africans, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Scratch and Pete PA's coming up right now. He's known as a shining jewel in the Superchat family. Happens to be another beloved and dedicated moderator. I'm going to put him up on the screen right now. And it's time for me to add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. So I'll do that right this second. Cabaret Gaming has been with us for a while. He's been a friend of over 3 years as well. Jose Fantasticville is going to come up on the wheel right away. M&T Living and Cooking will get on there. And I just got to get my copy and paste working here. Chris's Clever Craft. Oh, there's Chris's Clever Craft. I cleared the wheel earlier, so forgive me. I got you back. I'm gonna get you back on the wheel in a second here. M&T Living and Cooking, I said, was coming up. Oh my dear goodness! Sometimes it's faster to type. M&T Living and Cooking. The Stock Explorers in the house. Nora's here as a member and a moderator as well. I'm going to get them onto the wheel right away. I'll add some more names as we need them when we get back down to 5 or 6. Let's look at Scratch and Pete PA. Now, this is a creator, like I said, they're here as a beloved and dedicated moderator, but they're one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 6.5 years on YouTube. And the reason why I say this every time is just so that anybody who hasn't already heard it can understand what kind of support this creator must give. You know, if I'm talking about it that way, he is literally the reason why I use the words, seems to be everywhere all the time to describe Scratch and Pete PA. Yeah, it looked like it, Chris's Clever Craft. The internet choked for a second there. So Scratch and Pete PA brings an interesting twist on lottery ticket scratching, which is a huge genre in the YouTube world, of course, of over 50 billion channels, but there's a lot of lottery ticket scratching creators and channels. He brings an interesting twist by pitting 2 lottery tickets against each other and giving us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow Scratch and Pete PA on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets a series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. Hyper, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. That's another longtime friend, actually. And then Scratch and Pete PA puts his videos out with perfect consistency for 3 years now, every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. And if you can catch us for one of his premieres, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats that you've seen in the Tuberchat family. Faster than this, faster than most others. He rivals those of Garden State Gardener, Via Speaks Royally, The Stock Explorer, and others. And I believe the biggest reason why is because of the support that he gives to other people, and it all comes rushing back in a flood of support for him over a 15 to 20 minute period based on his premieres and whether he's got what he's doing with his giveaway each week. And yeah, Hyper, it's good to see you back, so thank you for coming in. So you see the hint about the giveaways in his thumbnails here. And that chat that I'm talking about that goes along with the premieres is very fast-paced, very high energy. But that's just one aspect to what he's got going on here. His video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first video, which I believe now is 3.5 years ago. It's type content for his shorts, showing us around the different areas he traveled to during that vacation. So I know a lot of people will be excited about the expansion in content on the channel. You can see that his bright, beautiful avatar is matched by his thumbnails as well, which give us a hint about those giveaways. His banner's updated every single week also. Presentation's always been at the forefront of his mind. And I've been buffering all night. I don't know what the problem is over here today. Forgive me while I whine about it, but a few people in the chat know how frustrated I get over it. Almost always comes back. When you have a couple of these services like StreamYard, and I use Streamlabs here, when you have the premium version, which I believe is called Ultra now on Streamlabs, they include disconnect protection, so it should hold itself together. It should come back on. And Gary Leonard is up on the screen right now. This is another creator who's posting almost every day. 215 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 300 they're going to be thinking about. And then for today, everybody, hopefully we're on right now. I know the internet's going in and out, but if the stream cuts off, that'll be it for today. We'll be back on Saturday, so thank you, everybody. But we expect to be here for another 45 minutes or so, if everybody would like to stay that long. Gary Leonard is posting, like I said, frequently. They've got quite a few videos here now. They tend to be quite short, but they've also got some official shorts videos. These have gotten into up to 900 views, but one of them over 2,400, which is great to see. Live streams are frequent as well. She's on almost every day. Hopefully everybody will connect with this fellow Canadian here. Diamond painting, bracelets also, and she gives us some more information on her about page. Most of her content seems to be outdoors. And then we'll spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. If anybody wants to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Home Bartending with John is a silver member here in the Superchat family, which means we get to see their channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, whether or not they're here, even though they've been here just about every single stream again lately. I'm always good, Hyper. Thank you for asking. Hopefully you are too. Hopefully everybody is. And then Home Bartending with John brings us a one-of-a-kind channel in the Tuberchat family. A lot of product reviews here, and you can see the elaborate home bar setup that John's got going on here. He actually shows us what it takes to keep a bar like this replenished and the tools we need behind the bar to make some of our favorite cocktails. He's going to give us a lot of recipes, and usually in different variations. So you might get something that's fairly traditional, and then a lot of times in pop culture, especially movies, television, and music, we hear different types of drinks or recipes mentioned, and Home Bartending with John might do 2 or 3 in a video all at once. Not to mention he takes requests on his channel, and he's done at least a couple for me. One of the other aspects here is that he'll bring us collections of cocktails, so like non-alcoholic cocktails, for instance, which can be very useful for a variety of reasons, and then as well low-calorie cocktails, which I think could be a popular series. He's done a couple of those already. We'll look at the shorts on the channel. We see that these have already moved into 1,500, 1,900 views, one over 6,500, and I wonder if that one's still moving. And then live streams on the channel are something he's experimented with, so we'll see if he's going to keep those up again. 416 subscribers right now. We'd love to push him towards the 500 he must be thinking about. And Home Bartending with John has been with us for, it's got to be a year and a half and getting even longer by now. I feel like Home Bartending with John might have been with us as long as 2 years. And forgive me for being mistaken about that, but I mentioned it earlier in the stream, and I talk about it sometimes, but I hope everybody takes inspiration from the idea that I actually lose track of the length of some of these friendships with creators. And the reason why I say that is because in your YouTube journey, there are people who you have not met yet that are going to be some of your biggest supporters, that are going to be with you literally years down the road if you could just meet them, right? And that's what we're doing here. So hopefully that's the case. And M&T Living and Cooking is up right now. They've got 1,600 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,700 they must be thinking about. Drunken Chef Barbecues in the house with their second channel, Maciel Family Adventures. Good to see you here. M&T Living and Cooking is bringing a lot of variety. They do some fishing, some RC cars, a lot of family togetherness, including cruising. They talk about that on their About page. page. Some of their shorts have done extremely well, many of them over 5,000 views and beyond. One of them over 6,000 and one over 20,000, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel are occasional. They seem to be on about once a week. And they like to collaborate with other creators as well. M&T Living and Cooking, along with Canadian Family Life, are two of the very first channels we knew of to be monetized under the new restrictions with 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours of watch time. Alfonso Cemento, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Cabaret Gaming's coming up. He's got a couple of channels, actually. He's been another friend of 3 years. And Cabaret Gaming is going to mix up a lot of video gameplay. He must be excited. I wonder if you already saw the Grand Theft Auto trailer from the other day. Cabaret Gaming mixes up a lot of different video games on his channel, but Grand Theft Auto is one of them. It's my game of choice, of course, but I was literally, I had set my notification for the premiere that was supposed to have dropped. What was it, yesterday morning? I was quietly working on the computer. I had a couple of windows open, and then one of them I started to hear some noise from, and I went and clicked on another tab, and in the background it was still there. So I caught the Grand Theft Auto, but I just wanted to mention that. So Cabaret Gaming's probably excited for that. This creator's mixing up the gameplay. I'm just going to take the latest video. They post almost every day. Put this in my catch-up list for now. They're monetized too. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get to their channel. When we look at shorts, we see that some of these have done really well. 3,000, 15,000, and two of them are still moving at 40,000, 43,000. And then when we get into live streams, we see that they're going live frequently also. Now, Cabaret Gaming has a second channel called Cabaret Vlogs, and this is where this creator is going to bring us tips, tricks, tech, and tutorials from the same creator we know and love from Cabaret Gaming. 805 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 900 they're thinking about. And a lot of these videos are very helpful. Some of them even get into almost intermediate and advanced type topics. Shorts on the channel have started, and live streams are something they're doing just to pump up watch hours right now. But we'll keep an eye on the channel and see what they're going to come up with. That's a longtime friend, of course. There's Garden State Gardener. We looked at Grow Big TV and Garden State Gardener's channel earlier. Mark the Shark is in the house, another longtime, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. KK's Travel and Education Vlogs is coming up right now. If anybody has not already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Tiffany Lava Shark Johnson is in the house as well. Thank you for being here. It's almost time for me to get some more names onto the wheel, so I'll do that in another moment. KK's Travel and Education Vlogs has got 988 subscribers. They have to be excited. They're closing in on the magical 1K. It's an exciting milestone for everyone. They've got videos on the channel that bring us outdoors more than anything else. They've got shorts on the channel that are gotten into 3,100, 3,200 views. One over 10,000 though, which is great. And then when we get into live streams, we see that they bring us a few in advance here. I've got notifications coming on for these, as well as having the notification bell on for every channel, and that of course is in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we possibly can as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with KK's Travel and Education Vlogs. They're a channel I'm still getting to know, but they're with us just about every single day. They found us a couple of months ago, and I'd love for you to get some of that support coming back to you as well. So let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. It's time for me to add a couple of names to our wheel from our chat list, so I'll do that in a moment. The Stock Explorers coming up. They're a member and a moderator, as a matter of fact. And while I get their channel ready to go, if I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Lisa J. Stocks, good to see you in the house. We're going to come back in 3.5 minutes.